Well, it wasn't terrible. Hello once again, watchers of good movies. My name is Nick Pell, and this is once again coming from my apartment. Now today we are going to be talking about the film The Green Inferno. This is a film which has been delayed a lot of times. I remember last summer when I started watching movies consistently in the theater, I had planned to go see this film, I think around the same time last year, and that just magically disappeared from the schedule. So now I'm finally seeing it. I was not looking forward to this terribly because I got the impression that it was going to be a gore fest. And in many ways it is. There are some very disturbing uses of imagery and gore, and there's one scene in particular which sticks out in my mind, which is very disturbing because it's just shown so graphically. But there is a lot of gore and whatnot in this film, so if you can't handle the Saw movies, do not check this out, because yeah, it's not going to work for you. Lorenza Izzo is kind of the main star of this film. She is amongst this group of volunteers who goes to the Amazon rainforest to help preserve the rainforest itself, and they are headed back after a successful protest against the people who are trying to destroy it, and their plane crashes. They are stuck in the Amazon and they get kidnapped by these group of natives. I don't know why I suddenly got an accent there. These are cannibalistic natives, and so it's basically them trying to survive and escape from these people before they are eventually killed and eaten. So that's delightful. This is from director Eli Roth. I haven't seen a lot of his films as far as I'm aware. I've recently started getting into horror films, but I don't think he's really done a lot of work in recent memory. So this is the first, I think, of his films that I've seen. I didn't hate it as much as I thought I was going to. There is something of a plot. For some reason I thought it was just going to be all torture porn the whole time. There is something of a plot. They're revolving around this main character and her group of survivors, and just them trying to escape and trying to not be eaten. And so there is something of a plot. It's very simplistic, and it does go places, so there is something of a plot there, which I did appreciate. And it is kind of understandable how much gore there is, because this is a group of cannibals who just cut people up and eat them raw or uncooked and cooked. So yeah, there is a lot of gore, and there is a reason for the gore, I suppose. So I did appreciate that as well, instead of just being torture porn. The first 15 minutes or so of this film did feel very cheesy. The dialogue seemed weird, some of the actors seemed really bad, and so yeah, the first 15 minutes does not really give a good vibe. Once they're in the Amazon itself, then it starts to kind of pick up, and then once they're captured, it does pick up even more. And I did actually find myself to be somewhat entertained by this film. I don't know why. I went into this film ready to hate it. I was ready to call this the Tusk of this year, because I despised that movie last year, if you don't remember. But I actually didn't hate this film as much as I thought I was going to. The ending is a little bit weird, and you kind of have to try to figure out why that happens, or kind of what the reason is behind it. But, I mean, yeah, I didn't hate the movie, per se. It was entertaining for what it was trying to do. It wasn't an obscene amount of gore. There is a lot of gore in scenes where it is present, and it is disturbing to watch, and I had to look away at some points. But for the majority of the movie, it is actually a plot. These are the characters trying to survive in this situation, and many do not survive the situation. So yeah, Green Inferno, not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but definitely if you are not a fan of gore, this is not the film to start on to kind of introduce you to it. It's very gore-filled with the scenes that do have it, but it's not a terrible film, I didn't think. Those are my thoughts on The Green Inferno. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Did you like the film as much as I did? Did you hate it more than I did? Let me know. Like, for a comment, and subscribe. Once again, if you so choose, I appreciate it immensely. And as always, people, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, keep on watching.